Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here. The wait is over. This is the Sherman Calliope. We are in an everyday arcade game, and look at that. We've got another friend in a Calliope. Let's see, do we have some Calliopes on the other team? Doesn't look like it. But you may be asking yourself, how does this play? What's it like? Well, we're going to find out, and we're going to find out. Like, you'll notice if you look in the bottom, the menu, that there's no rockets there. There's no switching back and forth between rockets, correct? Well, there is a way to fire them, and it's just like in planes. You just press R. Now you'll see that I have 60 rockets. The thing is, we don't have any, there's no reload. Once you're out, you will not be like, oh, well, there's a 30-second or like a 2-minute or even a 3-minute, 5-minute, whatever. There is no reload period. Right? So obviously you have a very high silhouette. You know, with these rockets, it's kind of easy to see any Calliopes on the other team. Doesn't look like it yet. Oh, shit. Incoming artillery. Wouldn't that be a thing? To get knocked out by artillery. First game in the Calliope. But yeah, so these are my first impressions of the Calliope. Let's see if we can't... just kind of rocket barrage that area. Didn't look like I got very close. It's difficult to shoot at range. I do have 60 rockets. There are no reloads. But what's interesting, just kind of ADD moment, so... who's that guy? Oh, he just got wrecked. I think that rocket was pretty good, you know. I think we gotta get a little closer. But this patch is called 1.7.0.1945, not patch 1.49, as we all kind of became what we called it on the dev server. So it's actually patch 1.7. M10, there's a Wolverine out there. Let's see if we can't arc one over this rock. Nope, someone else got him anyway. So, lack of targets right now. A little unfortunate because I want to see how good this thing is. We're a medium tank, so we do have artillery. There's a Sherman 105. But it's difficult, honestly. That didn't work. We got a hit. But he's calling an artillery on us. He's gonna be popping up here in a moment. When he does, I think he's shooting at our rocket pods, honestly. Oh shit. Look at these rockets. These things are not what you thought they would be. Okay, good. He took a lot of rockets. You saw there firing at his frontal armor. So we did get a kill on this one, but he took multiple rockets, and we're down to 17. So we fired a healthy portion of our rockets. Let's see. Got a few crew members weakened. I think the rockets have been shot, is what it kind of looked like. But let's see. Let's pull another shot in here. A little inaccurate. Still trying to figure this out. Rockets are incredibly difficult. That one looked pretty close. But I think, yeah, I mean, at close range, they're pretty good. There we go. Now, you could, I would imagine... oh, that's not good. We're out in the open, but basically, this is just testing out the rockets and shooting at other tanks as well. Not good, though, because I'm exposing the side of my turret to kind of see what else is going on. Ooh, that looked like a decent hit to me. We got 4 rockets left. There we go. There's a nice critical hit. I thought we repaired. But there's the Sherman 105. Waiting to knock him out. Oh, he adjusted. I was kind of going, alright, good, we're repaired. We're looking for this final killing blow on the Sherman 105. You can hear a Calliope next to me. Just bombarding him with rockets. Enemy kill assist. Friendly Calliope. So what do we have over here? A ZIS-30. So heavier targets firing rockets at them from the front. I mean, it's still like firing shells. You have a pretty quick rate of fire. But other than that, it's definitely not overpowered in my experience. You do have a lot of rockets though. But I mean, I think rockets would be a secondary, you know, weapon system that you would kind of use primarily. I would definitely use the tank gun. Just seeing what's been effective, the majority of my kills have come from the tank gun. The rockets, not as much. So let's see if we can't get in here. You can see just Calliopes just bombarding. We got a hit on that actually. It is kind of nice because you can keep your fire rate up. Well, that's it. We're out of rockets. See? So now there are no more rockets available to us. So I wouldn't say, like, if you got a reload on that thing, that'd be absolutely ridiculous. Right? Where's that? How did that not hit anything? That's what I'm confused about. There's a critical hit. Once we kill this guy, we're gonna J out and hop into another one. Wow. This guy's absorbing them. Little Panzer III J1. Is that the hit we were looking for? Assist. Alright, so we'll J out here. Pop in. See how we are from distance, but I mean, these are, I think they're very similar to the smaller M81. I mean, are they M81s? We'll have to find, we'll have to do that. Yeah, but let's go respawn there again. In the kind of western spawn point here. Rockets galore, ladies and gentlemen. This is fun. It has been a learning experience though. But you do, this thing, you're a Sherman, so you're not the best armed. You don't have the best gun. You do have a decent gun. But the rockets, man. I mean, that's why you're playing them, right? For the rockets. But I think this was over, I think it was 9,700 gold for this, which is kind of expensive. And I think that the T28, we'll look over it again. I did purchase it already. So anyone that wants to clarify or give the specifics, feel free to do so in the comments below for all of us. But I believe that the T28, which is also a premium, was only about, what would you say? I think that one's only 7,000. So this one's like tier 2, but with a pretty high battle rating for tier 2. And T28 was tier 4. So you could see how, like, even though it's tier 2, the fact that it's got these rockets on it makes it a more expensive premium tank. But I mean, it's the first rocket firing armored vehicle, excuse me, first rocket firing tank in the game. And I did do a hype video and talked about some other vehicles like the Panzerwerfer, the Sturm Tiger. There was a KV-1 with rockets on it, not like these kinds. It was more on the side. There was the Sherman Tulip with 2 heavier rockets. So you can kind of get a feel for the fire rate, but you saw in that example how many rockets it took. How many rockets it took to crack that Sherman that was charging at me. That was pretty close. So first game out in the Calliope, my overall first impressions are the rockets are really cool, but you can't rely on them. They don't feel overpowered. If they did, I mean, this tank could really ruin some things. But yeah, I think they did it pretty well. And I like how they're kind of putting more detail and effort into these other weapon systems. So, yeah, patch 1.7, where's it at? See? Up here in the upper right. 1.7.1945.30. I don't know. This is the first time I've ever seen that happening. I've been covering patches since, I think, 1.29. So, interestingly enough, we got 32 hits. I wonder how many of those were rockets. Not too bad when we were kind of focusing our team. Where's the other guy? This guy was a Sherman Calliope, and he was firing rockets. He only got 4 assists out of it because he was probably trying to test it out. So I don't think these Calliopes are very overpowered here. Not at all. Although you do have a crap ton of rockets. You got 60, right? So let's take a look. Here's the T-28. It was 7480. This one I think was 9,720, if I remember correctly. And you've got the new American tank destroyer line, starting with the M3 75mm gun motor carriage to the M10 Wolverine, M18 Hellcat, M36 Jackson with a 90mm gun, and then finally the T95, the Doom Turtle. But yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think of the Sherman Calliope? It's only got 1mm up there. It'd be kind of interesting if you could like shoot it. I don't know if that would ignite it or whatever. So you've got that little plate over here with the strongest amount of armor, that and this little plate on top of the gun mantlet. So it's decently protected up there, but the rest of it is pretty thin at 50mm on the front, 38 on the side, but there are these 2 little extra plates that add. Man, but overall, I have to say that I like it, and I'm glad they put it in. Now, if you look at this, man, all those shells, all the rockets, like this thing seems like a driving tinderbox. Now, what's interesting is I think that when these were first developed, you had to fire the rockets, then detach this, because it was mostly used kind of artillery to soften up maybe static targets or, you know, a defended town or bunkers or something like that before going in. So you'd fire all the rockets, dump it, and before you could turn the turret, because it was locked into place. But I think that they adjusted that system or modified it so you could turn it. But in this case, it plays pretty well. It's fun. We did manage, what, out of 4 kills, 1 of those was from rockets. We did a decent amount of damage, like light damage, I would say, at distance with the rockets, hitting people and stuff like that. But you still only have the 75mm M3 gun. So you're kind of a novelty out there. You're definitely not a war winner, but you can distract the enemies, because when they see a whole lot of rockets, your first inclination is, holy crap, I need to hide. But, you know, it may be not as bad as you think at first. But if you rush one of these guys, expect to get 60 rockets in the face, and that's your own fault. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Baron. I thank y'all for watching. Make sure to pull the trigger on the like button, but please, 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 let me know, out of all the new vehicles in patch 1.70.1945, which one you want to see next. Let me know in the comments below. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you soon.